Happy Friday, guys. I'm Vanessa.
I'm Eliana. You can say happy Friday.
My things are every Friday. Happy Friday.
Oh, you're fucking right.
We are your Vibe Tribe.
A place for the girls.
Join us every Friday where we talk about relationships, dating,
pop culture, and absolute randomness. Hello, happy Friday. It's Eliana.
Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Vanessa. Hope you guys have your drinks ready.
Yes. Did you hear me? I was like, it's Eliana. Like I asked that like if it was a question.
Like if it was a question. Are you Eliana?
I'm like, am I here today? Guys, it's been a rough day for me. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm here and I'm ready for it. So
she had a nap, guys. I'm like very jealous because I'm like queen of naps. I honestly, if there's one thing to know about me, it's that I can sleep at any point of the day, at any given moment, in the car, on the floor, like you name it, I'm there. Like that's where I'm at.
I know.
So
I'm not a nap person, but I just like I actually needed a nap. Like I ate and then it just like hit me and then lunch was over and I just like took a nap. I like had to listen to my body and I told you I tried to get up like several times and I couldn't get up. Like I don't know if you've ever felt that, like you wake up and then like you like doze back out and you just feel like you're on drugs.
That's literally like deep sleep. Like that's like your body telling you like it's not time. Like you have to like recharge and stuff. Happens to me way too often, actually.
I fell asleep really early yesterday. It's just like so weird. I'm like, is everything okay?
Yeah, no, that literally happens to me. I'm like, I literally try to roll out of bed. And weird side note, but like this is kind of getting out there. But so when I get like that, I sometimes get scared that my like sleep paralysis is going to start because that's how it usually goes with me. When you're like in that deep, like heavy sleep and you're like trying to get up, but you can't get up. And then it's like, that's when fucking sleep paralysis happens. And that's some crazy shit. So every time I'm like that, I'm like, I literally get paranoid. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, you're fucking waking up right now.
It's happened to me a couple times where I have sleep paralysis and like I'm just laying there and or it's like I've had it where I'm like sleeping and then I try to open my eyes and I can't open my eyes. Yeah. And it's so fucking scary. And it feels like it's a long time, but it's on. It's like 20 seconds or something like that. But I'm like,
but you don't actually see anything, do you?
Do I actually what?
See anything? Like anything scary?
No, I don't see anything, but I just can't like open my eyes.
That's so funny because people say like some people that have sleep paralysis, like they see scary things. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know like to what, you know what I'm saying? Like the logistics of this, like, is it true? Is it not true? Like whatever the case is. Because I know some people have like sleep paralysis. They don't see anything. So you're a fortunate one.
Yeah, because I could never, like if I've heard, I mean, I've obviously like, well, you've told me, you see things, well, you've seen things, but I don't know if what you've seen is like actual sleep paralysis. Guys, Vanessa has some crazy like stories.
Yeah, no, that's because I maybe for another podcast, this is me way too long, but like I basically lived in a haunted house. That's all you guys need to know.
Crazy. I remember she told me the story when we first met, like maybe like after like the first couple months. And I remember we were sitting in a Panera and you told me the story and I was like literally in shock. And I had chills like all over my body from you telling me the story because I was like, what?
What a great icebreaker.
Yeah, no. And I was just like, oh my God, like, this is so crazy.
This bitch is crazy. This bitch is crazy.
I was just like, how are you like a functioning human being? Because I could never like take seeing any of those things. I would lose my mind.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people are like that. Even me, to be honest, like when crazy shit happens, I'm like, oh, hell no. Which is why I've always been scared of the dark. I mean, who wouldn't? Like, I'm like paranoid. But I'm actually a lot better. I sleep with the door closed, pitch black. Like, it's crazy. I'm a new person. But
that's really good.
I know.
Wow.
That's leveling up in life.
Yeah, I don't like sleeping alone either. I'm also like paranoid. Like I hear anything and I'm like, feel like in certain areas, like you feel like a heaviness in like, I don't know. I do believe in energy and I feel like you can like feel like heavy energy sometimes or like, I don't know. I've just never seen anything, but I don't know if I necessarily do not believe in that. I've just never seen it.
I mean, that's what it really is.
I also don't want to believe in it.
That's what it really is, though. Like, some people, like, you know, have seen it and they don't believe in it, or they have seen it and they do believe in it, or they haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? It can literally go either way.
Well, I've just
So,
seen some crazy documentaries too about like the afterlife and stuff. And like, I saw this episode. I don't remember what the documentary was called, but this mom had like a dream that like, she like, I don't know, she like had like a near death experience. The mom, right? It's like a mom with like a family, whatever. She had a near death experience, like where she was like, I don't know if she was like white river rafting, if that's what it's called, and it's like pretty dangerous, like if the current picks up and stuff. She was doing that. She had a near death experience. She said when she like she died and came back, that she saw like an old relative that had passed away that told her like your son's gonna die young.
oh my God, is this the afterlife? Isn't it called Afterlife or it's called
I,
something like that?
I don't know, I don't remember. And then
Yes,
literally her
yes, I watched
son
it
passed
too.
away that
Yeah,
same year.
yeah, yeah.
And it's
I
like,
remember.
what the fuck?
Did you see the third episode when it's all about mediumship? Like that's some crazy shit.
Yeah, I did see that. But
That's
then they
scary.
also talked about how some of them are like false. Like they like make it up.
There's some people
Like
that
they
are
were
like,
trying to go into like the science of it, and like how they were talking about the projectile and like what comes out when people like are like, I guess like when they have like a being inside them.
oh fuck that. Like
But then
that's
some
too.
of it
That's where
was
I
like
draw the line.
real. Some of it was like they were like, yeah, no, it's real. And then some of it was like, you couldn't really tell.
Yeah, no,
It's
nope.
crazy.
It's insane what's out there.
I don't know, like I hope, like I don't want to like, oh my God, like my grandparents, I love them so much and I'm always like fearing that they're gonna die. And I like, I know it's so horrible, but I like always think about that. I would just love them so much. It's like my worst fear. And I'm like, I don't want to like see them dead. Like, you know what I mean? That I feel like that's so traumatizing. Like, if anything, I would want them, like my grandmother, to be like reincarnated into like a bird or something and like come visit me every day. Like that's nice. But like, would I want to see them like, you know, and like
Yeah.
dead? Like, you know what I mean? Like in a ghostly form, like into what we know that ghosts look like. I don't think I would want to see them because that's like scary.
I mean, yeah, like that when my grandfather passed, um, it was so like I was so scared because obviously I've already had multiple experiences and I went
Right.
there. I was like 7 or 8 days too late because I already had my flight booked and stuff. You like know this, so I was supposed to see him, but he had died like 7 days earlier or 8 days earlier of me getting there. So when I got there, I obviously couldn't cancel my flight and all that stuff. So when I got there, it was like he had just passed. And like I was helping my grandmother like get rid of like, all this stuff. Like it was just like the beginning of it all. And I was so scared at night. I literally couldn't even sleep because I was just like, I don't know what I would do if I would see him. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
was just so paranoid. And I never saw him, but it was just like the craziest feeling just to even like experience that. You're just like, holy shit, am I going to see him? Like, what's going to happen? Like, what is this? But it never happened to me. I only saw him in the dream that I had. Remember I had told
Yeah.
you? And he like, I was basically telling him that he had like passed because he didn't know. He died so suddenly. It was very intense, but
Oh my God.
that's usually how all my stuff happens is through dreams. I get like premonitions and like messages in my dreams. It's really weird.
Dude, that's really
But
crazy. But it
I'm
just
like, we
like,
need to move this to a happier, to like a
I know.
happier, it's a
Sorry to start
morbid.
off on a bad note, guys,
I
but
know we
you know, we
started off
talk
on a
about what
really bad,
happens to
like,
our lives.
I'm like, this is not,
Um,
this is not happy.
this is not a chipper message, but you know what? That's life. You know, it's not always chipper. So there you go. Wait, but talking about dreams, so Manny had a dream, and I don't know if your family has ever told you this. I don't know if this is like a Hispanic thing, but Manny had a dream where he was surrounded by a bunch of snakes, like boas, like a ton of boas, but they actually bit him. And my grandma always told me that if a snake actually bites you in a dream, it means like someone's jealous of you or has like bad or ill will or like ill energy towards you. She would always tell me to like draw out the snake on a paper and like burn it or like throw it away. Um, and my grandma does like pendulum work and she does like astral charts. I told you she does all of that stuff.
Yeah.
She can't do your astral chart. I know you asked me, but she can't do it because she doesn't have like the book she needs. I don't know what it is to do like the whole astral chart. But I did ask her. I didn't forget. But I told her, I like called her freaking out and I was like, oh my God. She's like, I'm going to do like a cleanse on him. And she like cleansed him. I'm like,
Yeah,
who's trying to come after Manny? I'm like, he barely knows anybody.
I
Like,
know. Honestly, that's the crazy part is like you just literally never know.
I was
People be
like,
sending
damn,
energy your way. That's why I'm always like, you got to shield your energy. You got to make sure your energy's with you at all
no,
times. Like, it's very important,
scary.
y'all. Anyways, on a happier note, did you see that Kourtney Kardashian got engaged?
Yes, bitch. It's literally my first point on my phone.
I'm dead.
That was my first point.
Did you
I'm
see the
so
rock on her
happy.
finger though?
No, I didn't see the engagement ring. She posted it?
She didn't
Wait,
post it.
was
It was
it?
all over fucking TikTok. Where are you, Miss TikToker?
No. I was like trying to find it and I couldn't find it. Where do I
All
find
over.
the
It was.
ring?
I don't know. I saw it on TikTok, so you're gonna have to probably scroll. I'm sure someone will have posted it, but it's a rock. It's huge. I'm like, how is
She
she
didn't
lifting up her
show
finger?
it. I'm like, why are you so nice? She didn't show her ring. Is it really pretty? Fuck.
Yeah, it's
Send me the
like,
picture.
yeah, you need to find it. You have to find it.
Wait, so what are your thoughts on the marriage?
Honestly, I let me see if actually this is it.
Oh, I found it.
You did?
Oh my God, it's what is that, an oval? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's like an
cute.
oval and it's huge.
I kind of wish it had a halo on the bottom.
See, I don't like halos and rings. I don't know why.
It just looks really flat.
I'm a very simple girl, though. That's the
It's
thing.
really pretty though. It's very classic, like very classic.
Yeah, honestly, I
Isn't
feel like it
oval
was
supposed to be
coming.
like
For sure it
retro?
was coming. What?
Isn't oval supposed to be like a retro style?
Oh, I don't know.
It's cute.
I
It
don't
looks,
know.
I like it. It's pretty.
Yeah,
It's very classy.
I felt like
No,
it was coming
everyone saw
though.
this coming. They're like obsessed with each other, which is also kind of scary because I'm like, is it gonna last? But we'll see.
Right. And Scott. Poor
I,
Scott.
oh my God, so many people on TikTok were like, Scott who on
That's
TikTok.
so
And I'm
mean.
like, way to go. Way to have people like turn a beautiful moment into like a bashing moment for Scott Disick. I feel so
Honestly,
bad.
though, also, like, she's never been married or never been engaged or
I
anything. And I feel
know.
like she, like, stuck it out. Like, she was like, I'm not settling.
I
I'm going to
know.
wait for, like, my person. And I feel like that's pretty empowering if you really think about it,
She
you know?
must really be in love with him because she's like a total bitch. I mean, like, let's be honest. She's like very, I mean, I love her. I literally love her personality, but she seems like such like a, I'm not going to settle for anything less than what I want. You know what I mean? She seems like
Yeah.
a very like determined person.
I
So
wonder what
he's
their signs are.
really
I always
sweet.
forget.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they're all dark and twisty,
I know.
but
So
I love it. I think they're so cute.
God
And she's like
knows.
really good friends. She's such a good mom and she's like really good friends with like his kids and stuff cuz she's kind of like a cool mom. I feel like she tries to stay like
Relevant.
trendy. Yeah.
Trendy. Relevant.
She tries to stay relevant.
Oh
She
my
has a
gosh.
blog too. Have you looked at her blog?
No, oh, yeah. Poosh.
Poosh.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
I mean, I feel like she has so much, like, obviously followers and like money and stuff. And I feel like her blog doesn't really, like, I don't know if it's just me being like,
It's just random shit. She does like
I just feel like
like
it's not like I don't see her in there, if that makes sense. Do you know
oh,
what I'm
I get
saying?
you. Yeah, I think in the beginning she did a lot of like crazy shit. Like she would do like a lot of like she would test things out, like
Mm,
testing like meditation or like she would like and see if it like really worked for her or like testing like
yeah.
crazy things. But I don't follow it. I don't know. No, but I'm like really excited for them. And I honestly love her little like dark and twisty style right now. I'm like living for it, to be
I
honest.
don't like her hair though. I'm just
Her
not.
short
It
hair.
reminds me, yeah, it's not the most flattering look on her. And do you know like what's the name of the Incredibles? The little short black lady that makes all the suits for everyone? Like that's the vibe
The
she's
one with
giving
like a
off.
huge nose.
Yeah. That's the kind of vibe that she's giving off to me. Like, I just don't think it's for her. I think it should be a little bit longer. You can still keep it
I'm sure there's
short,
a meme about it.
but it's just not that flattering.
Yeah. I don't know. I like
So,
love her. I think she's so funny. So I'm
yeah.
like, you can do whatever you want,
Is
bitch.
Megan Fox and MGK like engaged or anything?
No, and I was literally like, is Megan Fox like this bitch? Like,
I'm like,
because
are they gonna
Travis
get
Barker
engaged
and him are
too?
like best friends.
Really?
Yeah, they're like they hang out all the time. So I've been recently obsessed with Megan Fox. And I actually that was my next point as well. Are we connected right now?
I'm literally reading, guys, I'm a psychic.
Well, you should see the interview that they had with
Oh, I
GQ.
wanted to see it. Where is it on?
I just YouTubed it. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
okay,
it's on
okay.
YouTube.
Because I know she was telling him about his astrological chart.
She knows everything. Like,
He
she
knows?
literally was like, your son is here, the house is here, you're across from this. I was like, oh my God, she like knows her shit. I was like, God damn.
Honestly, not to be weird, but I do the same thing with Brian. I'm like, your sun is here,
No.
your moon is in this, your rising is this. And I was like, your seventh house in relationships is what you have. I'm like a fucking psychopath because I sit there and look at his chart and
Yeah.
dissect it for fun.
I would totally do that too if I knew anything about that. That's why I want my grandma to do like Manny's chart, just so I know, like helps you prepare and like become more understanding to your partner.
Oh my God.
But no,
Yeah,
the reason I want to bring her up, she's so smart. Like
she really is.
actually so smart. And I'm like, if I were to turn lesbian, I would turn lesbian for Megan Fox. I'm like obsessed with
Agreed.
her. No, I'm like actually obsessed with her.
I know. And I'm like, I love that she's so into astrology because I'm like, I'm into astrology. And, my hair is like dark. I wanted to wear red lipstick to the
You
iHeartRadio
could,
thing. And I was
you
like,
should just be Megan Fox. You should do a Halloween costume for Megan Fox, or you should
honestly,
do
but like, I
Jennifer's
can't.
Body.
That's like, I don't feel like I can live up to that expectation.
I know
So,
she's just like on another level. I like stare at her talking and I'm like, how are you like this? But the thing is, she's not like, oh my God. Like, I don't know what it is. She just has like a seduction about her. She's just very like sultry. I don't know how to
yeah.
explain it. She just like exudes sexuality.
What's her top three? It's probably one of those.
Her top three,
Let me
what?
look it up. Signs. Her,
Her astral
Megan
chart?
Fox.
I don't know.
Her
But
big
I feel
three.
bad that she's so sexualized because she's actually so like smart and wise. And like when she speaks so eloquently. I was
So
so
she is a
sad.
Taurus. Her moon is in Leo. Leo moons are intense. So,
She seems like she's crazy.
yeah. I'm trying to pull up her chart. Can you believe you can pull up people's charts online?
That's like rude.
That's like you're invading literally someone's privacy.
It's like, why does someone know all that information? That's like scary.
Right. It's a little intense, but here we go. I wanted to know what her rising sign was. I guess.
So I forget. So okay, I like always forget what like the personality comes from. I just know I'm like a double Gemini,
That's intense too.
which is unfortunate for
It's
everyone
very
and
intense.
myself included.
Oh, she's a Capricorn rising. I think that's what the sultry side to her.
Capricorns are sultry.
They're just like Brian has a Capricorn moon.
He's saucy.
He's saucy. He's a real
Oh,
saucy.
I don't
I'm
want
just
to think
kidding.
about that. Stop.
And then her Leo too. Her Leo makes her like fun, like center of attention. Can be a little self-centered at times and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I could see that.
and they're very emotional. My brother's a Leo, and he's
Very emotional.
right. So, but
She's just
yeah,
like
it's so
very
you need to
intriguing.
know your time of birth because I would love to dissect your chart as well. Actually,
Oh God, no,
I
you
need to do
don't.
that on my to-do list.
Um, I like can tell you the time. I always forget. I'm pretty sure mine was like at 6 a.m. or
Are
6
you
p.m.
sure? Because like it will make a difference.
I'm pretty sure it was 6 p.m. because I've like done this before. And my mom's always like, it's not your birthday yet.
Oh, 6 p.m. at night.
Yeah,
So
6
okay.
p.m.
Yeah, I wonder where you're rising in your moon. Your moon.
I know I'm like a double Gemini. I don't know when my rising moon is.
Just your
Because that's
moon.
like
Your rising sign is like how you come off
how
initially.
my what?
How you come off initially.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Feel
mine
like
is
it's
Virgo, and my rising
mm,
Virgo. Um, let me put yours. Let me do yours really quick.
okay.
And you said, okay, this is turning into a whole thing.
We should do a whole podcast on when we analyze both of our charts.
I know. Mine's like scary to even analyze. I like
It's a lot of stuff to unpack.
94, right? Or 95? 94.
95. Why are
No.
you adding another year to my life?
I know, I'm like the worst.
95. June
And you said
9th in
6 p.m.?
1995. 6
Yeah.
p.m. But I also found it funny that like Megan
Where were
Fox
you
knew
born?
all.
Oh, don't tell me.
Valencia.
Oh, yes.
Valencia, Venezuela. I also found it funny that Megan Fox like answered all the questions right about MGK, and MGK answered like 2 of them wrong. I was like, do you even know her? I hope they do get married.
Oh, this explains so much. This really explains so much. We're going to have a moment of revelation on this podcast right now.
Oh, God.
Are you sure you're at 6 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
You're not double Gemini.
Oh, I'm not?
June 9, right?
June 9th. Yeah, 95. I've done it
June
before. I
9,
could have sworn
95,
I was a double
6
Gemini.
p.m. 6 p.m. Valencia. I'm going to do this
Venezuela,
again.
not Spain.
This is so funny. I know. If this is true.
If this is true. If this information I pulled from the internet.
Okay, literally, I'm so excited to say this because this is hilarious. Okay, so your sun sign is obviously Gemini. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we all know that's a very intense sign. A lot of emotions happening. It's like 2 different people being inside of you at one time. Moving on. Your moon sign is your emotions. So like how you handle, it's really like who you are in a sense, because that's how it like you like carry yourself and, you know, in different situations, friendships, like relationships, literally everything.
And Sagittarius.
Scorpio.
Oh yeah, because my mom's the opposite of me.
How funny is that? First of all, wow. Second of all, wow. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of emotion. Very, very strong. And you're ascending, so that means your rising sign is a Sagittarius, guys.
That's what it is. Okay. So that's my personality.
That's how you initially come off to people, which makes total sense because you're very outgoing, like you're very like Sagittarius vibes. Like I don't give off Sagittarius vibes when people meet me because I'm like so like withdrawn and I'm like fucking a weirdo and like in a corner and I'm just like I can't. And meanwhile, you're like a true Sagittarius because you know you can talk to a fucking wall. And so
but I do have a lot of emotions. I told you I'm a very emotional person.
That's the Scorpio. I understand. Like I understand. Both my parents are Scorpios. I understand. So you have a lot of emotion, and when you feel something, you feel it so strongly. It's like it's like not normal. It's like normal people don't experience that. Yeah. That's intense.
Yeah, which is why I always tell Manny, I was like, I'm not like you. I have to like digest. I have to like react, digest, and then I will react afterwards with like my mind and emotions together. Because in first, it's just like
it's emotion, pure emotion. That's it.
Yeah, it's like my reactions are right off the bat are be just like my feelings, and then after I'm like,
and like Scorpios hate to be like wronged in any kind of way. So if you ever like feel like that, like that's something like. It just like instant trigger. Just I mean I know like too like my parents are.
Oh yeah,
guys.
I'm so defensive.
If there's anything that I can tell you guys is any Scorpios out there, please don't marry or date any other Scorpios. Do us all a favor, please.
Say us the turmoil.
I'm sorry if that offends any of you guys, but me coming from 2 Scorpio parents, I can tell you. 24 years later, I'm in therapy. So just do us all a favor and don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh my God, we should have our listeners like DM us their date of birth and we can pull up their astral charts for free.
Yeah, honestly. Your Venus is in Taurus, so that's how you are in relationships.
What does that mean?
I'm not too familiar. Let's see if I can go down. It's kind of sad because I only know the stuff that pertains to like Brian and like to me.
That's it.
Oh man. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm like a very emotional person. That's true. And Manny always tells me that like my ego is like my biggest thing. Like I'm so defensive. Like the minute that I feel someone's like coming for me and I'm immediately like,
oh, you're done. Yeah. That's a Scorpio. I'm telling you. Because my mom like and my dad like you can't. if anything, if I say something and I'm trying to be constructive about it, she takes it like the fucking world is ending and someone just like personally like attacked her. Like that's what
Mhm.
happens. And I'm like, whoa, that's not what I was doing. So
Yeah, Manny's
but
the same
anyways,
way. When he's like trying to help me, sometimes I'm like, I can do it. Like, leave me alone. I'm fine.
yes, that's
And
exactly
then
it.
after, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I know you were trying to help me. Mhm.
Yeah. So your Venus in Taurus centers on the physical world and creature comforts. They revel in sensual surroundings. These people project themselves as solid and comfortable. In fact, something about their manner promises that they will be satisfying lovers and partners. They need a certain
Wow.
measure of predictability and dependability in their relationships, even if their sun
Accurate.
is in a more spontaneous sign of Aries or Gemini. This is hilarious because this is you. Um, Venus and Taurus people, I like want to say this like so out loud because this is so true. Venus and Taurus people can be possessive in love.
Yep. And
And
in
they
friendships, in life, and everything, I'm like,
why
I'm
is this
so possessive.
this is guys, if there's been anything like factual said on this podcast today, it is this. And
That's
then they
accurate.
said, and they are threatened by fast paced, high energy situations in the context of relationships and love. These are sensual partners who require lots of hands-on expressions of love. Their lovers may complain that Venus Taurus can get a little too comfortable and settled. I don't think that's true. That's probably because Manny's like very chill. If you were with like
He
another
likes,
like
he's a
intense
creature
sign,
of
it'd probably
habit.
be.
He's like the opposite. He like
Yeah,
likes, he needs routine in his life.
yeah. It's true that they can resist change in their relationships, but even when they seem stuck in a groove, you can always reassure yourself by remembering that they are constant partners. Pleasing Venus in Taurus involves emphasizing your loyalty and their worth to you. You may need to give them or give into them in love matters because they won't readily give in to you. Get physical with them, do comfortable things, avoid pushing them in love, give them plenty of time. This is you. You will probably need to cultivate patience if you're in a relationship with Venus in Taurus. Remember to be
Accurate.
simple and natural. Taurus will appreciate it. Promise them a comfortable, cozy time. Love arises slowly without passion, but with force.
Wow, that's pretty accurate.
How crazy is that? But that's only one part because that's just the Venus in your, like what sign your Venus is in, but then your Venus is
Hmm.
placed in a specific house in your chart. So it goes into
Okay.
like that house. That's why when people are like, zodiacs are not true, I'm like, you didn't read your birth chart. Like
Yeah.
you just know your sun sign half the time.
Yeah, that's not like all of it
And
that
it's
goes into
not
it.
like that's not all of it at all. This is like your Venus, it's in your sixth house. So your expressions of love and affection are practical and helpful. Being a service to a partner is especially important to you, which is true.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
you're
Like
very
being
like
of
thinking about
service,
him.
like yeah, like I need to be able like you're getting something out of it, like kind of like being helpful. Is that what that
Hmm.
means?
Yeah,
Okay.
like you're always considerate of him. Like, what can I do to like
Yeah.
help you, or like what do you need, or like oh like whatever the case is. It doesn't have to be like you're like giving him something, but it's like you're always
Right.
like
I'm
giving in that
thinking of
sense.
you.
Hmm. You might go to great lengths to be available at all costs to a loved one.
Yeah, that's true.
While you may not be flowery or showy when it comes to expressing love, you show your love by your availability, rendering services, doing practical things for a loved one, and other
Yeah.
thoughtful little things.
Yes. Like giving kisses every morning.
Oh, this is so great. Anyways, there's a
That's
lot to
so
read here,
accurate.
but that's a little snippet into Eliana's life.
I am very possessive. I would just like to say that. I remember when my little brother, because you know I have a stepsister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when she and my little brother started becoming like really good friends, I was like, no, I don't like this. It's like,
But it's also too is the Scorpio thing, like the possessive side.
yeah,
Because
I
my
am
mom is the same way. Like she it's like the weirdest thing. I feel like a lot of Scorpios are like that actually. I could literally
toxic.
name like yeah, honestly, it's like
It's not
you
good.
guys are
But
just you guys are
I
it's
mean,
something as
it
are
comes from
toxic.
care. Like it
You
comes
could
from like even with Manny, like it's not like I was like possessive, like in terms of like I don't want you to share like anything with anybody, but it's just like I care about you so much. I don't want anything to happen to you, so I just want to hold you close.
Yep, that's literally my mom all the time with me.
Yeah. Like, no, you have to stay
Scorpios.
here.
I just want to say to you guys, let me add to my don't date Scorpios if you're a Scorpio. Half of my families are Scorpios. I just want to say that to you. Like half my
Oh
entire
my
family
God.
is a Scorpio.
That's
I don't know what
hilarious that we're
happened.
friends.
Honestly, I deserve an award for coming out. Let me just actually say both my parents are Scorpios and then my brother's a Leo, like I said. And he's a Scorpio rising. Again,
Oh
surrounded by
gosh.
Scorpios
Again,
all over.
Scorpio. Wait, what about Brian? What is he? Is he
Oh,
like the
that's
anti-Scorpio?
funny. That's funny. He's a Scorpio rising too. It's like my life, literally, my life was like, hey, you know how to deal with Scorpios. Here's another one. That's literally what happened. That's what I was thrown.
That's hilarious. He's a Scorpio rising. That's why he has so
Yeah.
many emotions.
Oh my God. He's a Pisces. Let's first start off with that. He's a Pisces. They're like the second most emotional sign on the zodiac, literally on the zodiac sign. Okay.
Hilarious.
And then he's a Scorpio rising. The only thing keeping him like sane is his Capricorn moon. It's like, thank God.
It like
Thank God.
spices
Because,
him up, makes
yeah,
him a little
because
bit more
the
playful.
moon is like your emotions. So at least his emotions are like, he's very emotionally intelligent. And that's because he's a Capricorn. Because if it was like
Wow.
the opposite and it was like Scorpio, it'd be like you. He'd be like, just, I don't even know. I'd be like, not knowing what to expect every day. It's like, what's going to go down? What's today?
Literally, Manny, I feel he needs so much patience. I have so many emotions all the time. I cry all the time.
Honestly, I feel like he's super emotional too, though. It's hilarious. Like,
Manny
very emotional.
is, but like not expressive emotional, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
me
Like he's not
either.
gonna cry. He's just very like he is very sensitive. So like everything that I do, he's like, I don't like that you did that. But he's very vocal about it. So it's like not like he internalizes anything. He'll like tell me he's like, I didn't like that you just said that.
What is, do you know his time of birth and stuff or no?
Oh no, but we should definitely do
Oh,
our boyfriend
100%.
chart on next episode and
Oh,
literally dissect
100%.
it. We should totally do
I
that.
already want to know. I'm like, Manny is a Virgo, and we like understand each other so well because I'm a Virgo rising. And so I'm
I
like,
think he's
I
Virgo
get you.
Virgo. I've done it before, and I'm pretty sure he's
He's
like a
double
double.
Virgo.
I'm pretty sure because I remember I was
That's
like, oh,
intense.
that makes so much sense. He's just like so specific and anal
Very
about things.
specific. Yep.
I'm pretty sure. I'm going to ask him though, because we should definitely do that next episode. That would be
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh my God. This is what we do
For
for
sure.
fun. At least this is
That's
what
like,
I do for fun. Look up
oh my
birth
God.
charts.
I
I'm like,
love
let me
that.
understand you.
Literally, I feel like it does. I mean, I don't know. Manny doesn't believe in any of it, but I've like read it to him and I'm like, that's exactly you. But
Yeah,
then
Brian's
he's
the same
also
way. He's
like,
like, "This is you're full of shit," and I'm like, "Yeah."
yeah,
I'm like, "Look at read this," and then he's like,
is
"Oh,"
this not you? Yeah,
and I'm
exactly.
like, "Exactly." I'm like, "You just don't believe it because you don't take the time to actually like educate
Read
yourself on
it.
it and read it and understand every single part of it because it's like way too much. Even I don't know, and I know a lot. Like I don't even know all of
Right.
it. Like it's too much information. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's why I'm always like, just be open to things because just because we don't
Yeah,
understand it doesn't mean that it's like not valid. If that makes sense.
right. Exactly. 100%.
So, and
Damn.
there's our episode of astrology, zodiac sign.
I love it. We have to do more, Vanessa. You know a lot of information about that, and like I don't know anything, but I feel like our
It
listeners
was
would,
like the perfect because it's
enjoy
like
it.
Halloween time.
Did you figure
And
out your
no,
costume?
no,
It's literally in 2 weeks. You have to order it like
no.
now. I vote that Vanessa is Megan Fox.
I
There's probably
cannot
some
pull
cool
off. I
episodes.
cannot even pull that off if I wanted to
Yes,
pull
you
it off.
could. You could do Jennifer's
Kidding.
body. You could totally do that.
That's what Rose is going to be, which is so funny.
No way. Well, she just dyed her
Yes.
hair, so that
She
makes
just dyed
sense.
her hair really dark and it's so long, and I'm like, done.
Yeah,
But
that's true. You can't copy
we'll
her. Okay.
see. I was thinking about being like Princess Jasmine or something and just moving on with my life.
Oh, that's cute too.
I don't even care anymore. I'm like, I'm gonna be dragged out downtown. Not that I
Or
want
you
to
could
go
be Kim
downtown.
Possible.
Kim Possible with orange
Yeah.
hair. I need to get the orange hair. I would love to do that.
Dude, you should. You
I
should
have
do
like
Kim
the perfect
Possible.
outfit.
Yes, you should do Kim
Literally.
Possible. And you can get a like a fire ass wig that you look hot in. You should do Kim Possible. I kind of love that.
Honestly, that's a pretty good idea. I might
I
actually
used
do
to
that.
talk about Kim Possible. I used to play the Disney Channel online game, the Kim Possible game. all the time. Did you never play DisneyChannel.com?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. I used to be obsessed with the Kim Possible game.
I was
I would
obsessed with that show though.
always play.
Let's
Yeah,
get real.
so was I.
Disney is just not the same anymore. Disney was at its prime when I was younger. Like
Just yeah.
seriously.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I
So
used to
many
watch it all
good
the time.
shows. Like That's So Raven. Like the other day I watched
I
Twitches and I
know.
was like, wow.
Oh, I love
I
Twitches.
was
And
like,
that
are
was
you
like later
kidding?
on
These are
too.
just like I think back and I'm like, just full of happiness. Like you
Yeah.
literally can't make this up. Like this was the best Disney that there like was. Like now I don't
You
even know what the
also
fuck
live
is on
for it.
Disney Channel because I don't even look at it.
You live for the past. You
I,
love it
I
maybe.
honestly,
I just
I
saw the glimmer in
feel
your eyes.
like I was betrayed and I should have been born earlier and I wasn't. And so now I'm stuck. And now all I do is like think about the past. Like I literally just went to a
You don't have
concert.
Disney Plus?
Huh?
You don't have Disney Plus?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
watched
bitch.
Twitches the other day. So like I live there.
Like
I
I
live
love Disney
in
Plus
like the past, literally. But and
because it's your
speaking of that,
childhood and it's like
yeah,
comforting.
literally speaking of that, I went to a concert this weekend for iHeartRadio Fiesta Latina.
Of course.
And
Chill
they were
without me.
they were literally playing throwbacks. I'm talking about like Rakata. I'm talking
Oh
about like
shit.
just old like the best shit that you can just like you just remember as a kid like fucking
Yeah.
like screaming your lungs out and everyone else was like we everyone you can literally feel the energy. Everyone was like fucking screaming, like just having a good ass time living in
I
the
love it.
2000s, and it was the most epic thing. And I was like, wow, I wish I could do this every day, like
Good
every
vibes.
single
Good
day.
vibes.
It's just great.
I
I
love
love the
it.
2000s. I love the past. I love when I was a kid. I'm like, can I be an adult when I was a kid?
God, I know. Honestly though, like you're still the same person. That's what I'm saying. You have to keep your niñez, like your niñez. You have to stay like light, like as like
Yeah.
you're a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, you know
Maybe
who's
I
really
am
good at
still
that?
adult, but like
Brian's so good at that. He's over here with
it's
like
like
fucking
feeling like
Dragon
a
Ball
kid.
Z. And I'm like, you're
Well,
a
most
31-year-old
men,
man
yeah,
and
most men.
you still love Dragon Ball Z.
I know.
I'm like, all right.
You gotta keep it though, because I feel like people who take themselves too seriously are just like it's too much.
Yeah, then it's too serious and like, yeah.
Just gotta have fun.
He like buys little things with like Dragon Ball Z and it makes him so happy and it like lights
Oh
me
my
up
God, I
because
love
he's like
that.
so happy about it and I'm like, oh, okay.
I love that. You want to know something crazy that happened to me
What?
today? So Manny calls me in the middle of the day when he's at work and he's like, can you ask your manager to tell you what days you have off for the holidays so I can plan our like Christmas vacation? And I was like, what? Do you know this man has never wanted to plan anything
He lives in the
ever?
moment.
No, he's always like, I would always be like, oh, like, what are we gonna do for Christmas? What are we gonna do for this? He's like, I don't know, baby, we'll see. Always we'll see. And it like that word, like literally it's like a knife to my heart. I'm like, what do you mean we'll see? So the fact that he called me and is like, oh, we're gonna make like tell me your days off so we can plan our holidays. I'm like, who are you turning into?
Who is this person? Did you have a long talk
Yeah.
with him beforehand? Like step up your
No.
game? Oh
No. That's what
my
I'm
gosh.
like.
That's
I'm
good.
like, this is weird.
That's so good. Where are you guys going? You guys going to Colombia?
I want to. I've been saying for the longest time I really want to go to Colombia. I'm like, I've
Yeah.
never been and like, I keep seeing people there and it just looks so beautiful and like I don't know, I
That'll be
just like
fun.
want like a change of scenery. I
Yeah.
feel like all of the vacations like leaving the US are just nice because it's just like it just switches up your like I don't know. I feel like I need it. I need to get out of the country for a bit, even if
Honestly,
it's
same.
Colombia.
But I'm like, I'll wait until next year.
Yeah, well, you just started, right? So you don't have PTO yet.
No, I have unlimited
Well, you
PTO.
do. Well, you do have a PTO. That's
I
what I'm
have
saying.
unlimited. Yeah, I have unlimited PTO. I just, Brian doesn't have. I don't think
Oh,
we could do a
true.
trip right now. Like, there's just too like it's too hectic. We literally have all of our weekends planned out until like the end of the year
Oh, damn,
of like
dude.
shit happening. Like, not even like us time. It's like
Like
he has to go to work,
birthdays.
travel for this, and like I have to be out, and then it's like my family or whatever. Like, it's like
Yeah.
impossible. So we're gonna
What
try
are
to
you
do
gonna do
like
for
a
New Year's?
birthday. like a March birthday of his trip. Like I want to take him to Canary Islands.
Oh
So
my
we'll
God,
see.
that would be incredible.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
That
That
would
works out.
literally be an amazing trip.
I know. I'm like, I can't wait to take him. I just can't wait. And it's
You've
like
been there
perfect.
before already,
Yeah,
right?
of course. Yeah,
Oh
my
my
family's like
God.
from there. So it's just gonna be awesome for him, like to experience it.
Yeah. That's like a vacation you guys have to go on your own because then it's like romantic and it's like, you know.
Yeah, like the beach and just like
Oh my God.
hiking. I
And
can't
if you
wait.
get on a boat, oh my God.
Literally
I'm sure
can't wait.
aren't the water like isn't the water there like blue, blue, blue? Like it's really, really pretty.
Yeah, there's a lot of like areas that are. There's some beaches that are different, and it's like, how do you say that? Like the orange, like the rocks. Like it's literally like the kind of looks like little cliffs. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like so
Yeah.
different. You could literally go to different areas, and you're just it looks like completely different from the last one. Like it's the weirdest thing, but it's so nice.
Oh my
You like
gosh.
see it all
There
there.
you go.
So I'm so
Well, we're gonna
excited.
manifest this trip. We're gonna speak it into existence.
I know
We're
I need
gonna
it in my
travel.
soul.
We are traveling the year 2020, well, literally going to be 2022.
It's depressing to even say.
We are traveling. Now, another year for
2022.
more abilities, more
I feel like
opportunities,
these years just keep like I don't even know. It's like not even that
just
it's like
flashing
moving.
by
It's like
you.
it's fucking flying.
I know. But that's just because you got to sit back and you got to sit in it and you got to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Vanessa's like, I don't know about that.
I'm like, it's fucking almost January again. Like, what the hell is happening?
Oh my gosh. But I don't know. I feel like this year has been so, I don't know. It's been great. It's been sad.
I've had it
Um,
all this year.
exactly. Yeah, you have.
So
You've had a tough year.
I don't even know, like, I've just had a lot of changes this year and
Yeah.
unexpected things. So,
Yeah. A lot of
yeah,
unexpected things. But I feel
yeah.
like they've all been for the better.
I know. I feel like it like happened for a reason, which I hate to say that because it's like the fact that it had to happen like that. You know what I'm saying?
Life has a way of waking you up, whether
Right.
you want it to or not.
Usually I don't want to, but
Yeah, accurate. But amazing.
thank
I
you
love
for
you guys. Whoever's still listening to us, I thank you and I appreciate you so, so much because,
our random rambles.
yeah, random rambles. But we
I'm
will be
so
bringing
glad.
on better interviews. So just
Yeah.
hold on. Just stay in it.
And I hope you guys learn a little bit about astrology and hopefully you do some research on your birth chart. I promise you something will make sense.
Oh my God, yeah. If you guys are drinking, like I would definitely do that. And like ask your partner if you guys are dating someone. I feel like that's something that you should do like before you even commit to somebody, just to like know what you're
Do
getting
you
yourself
think
into.
that I 100%, I 100%, I am that girl. I'm that girl that's on TikTok that people are like, fucking stay away from her. She's a crazy bitch. That's me. I asked Brian before I was like, when's your birthday? I literally asked when his birthday was because I was going to find out what sign he was. I didn't ask him what sign you are. I'm not like a psychopath either. But I was like, I need to know your birthday before we even
And
go
the
on
time
a
of birth.
date.
Thanks.
And then I'm like, Pisces, that's my moon sign. Perfect. We're a match. And then I was like, all right.
Okay, I'll invest energy into this then. You're crazy. You're
Everyone
actually
else should do it.
crazy.
And I'm telling you, no Scorpio on Scorpio. Please listen.
Oh my God, yeah. Scary.
All
Anyways,
right, guys.
yep.
Thanks so
We
much
will
for
see you guys.
listening.
No, I'm done.
What were you saying?
I was just gonna be like, peace out, guys. We'll see you
Oh,
next week.
oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep that energy. Peace out, y'all.
Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.